Shalom, family. Welcome to another live with Awa Israel Lives. For the ones who are new to the channel, my name is Awa Israel Ware, and I am basically on a raw food journey of healing myself. So I have dedicated this channel to helping those who wish to follow along and do so as well. So, um, in my last live, which was the first live I ever done, I was a little nervous, and I realized I kept saying saute when I was talking about my mushrooms, and I just want to correct myself. I know what saute is. I was marinating, okay? So I just had to get that out the way. But guys, today one of the biggest concerns that people have about going raw or either going vegan is that I can't get my protein. So I wanted to share a raw salad that's pretty high in protein, along with the dressing that is equally as high in protein. So I'm not going to prolong the time. I tried to pre-chop everything, most things, so that it wouldn't take too long. But what I'm using for my greens, I'm using just a regular green lettuce, and I am also using Asian spinach, and I grow it myself. So I actually harvest it myself. Okay, so I'm excited about that, being able to harvest my own, some of my own things out of the garden. So we're starting with lettuce, and I'm gonna try to get a closer view after I get everything done because I tossed my salad. Okay, so this is about 2 cups of greens, okay, or lettuce. So, like I said, I already have chopped my. This is, like I said, Asian spinach. It's really easy to um, to grow. You can't get it on Amazon because they will not allow it to be shipped to you because it's restricted in this part of the world. So I had another way of getting it. So you may have a hard time getting it, or you may be able to go to an Asian store to get this. It's just called, some people call it bamboo spinach, some people call it Asian spinach, okay? Okay, so we're just going to put the normal things that we put in salads. I'm going to use red onions. I didn't chop that up enough, so I'm not going to put that in there. But I've already pre-chopped those, so we're going to go ahead on and put our onions in. And guys, I know it's so much nicer to actually see what I'm doing, but I'm just going to kind of lift it up as I go, because like I said, I'm going to toss it. Okay, so we have our onions in. We're using a cup of tomatoes. Now, after I get all of this mixed and tossed, I'm going to give you the protein content, how much each one contains. Okay, we're using a cup of cucumber. And then I'm using about a half of a cup of green onions. And these also came off of my patio. I grew these as well. So it's something really special about growing your own food. And I don't let the fact that we're in an apartment right now stop me from growing my own food or whatever I can. Okay, guys, so next, alfalfa sprouts. These are very nutrient dense. They don't carry a lot of protein, but they're delicious, but they're also nutrient dense and very good for you. So I'm using about a fourth of a cup or a half of a cup of the alfalfa sprouts, okay? So now, guys, I'm going to do this on my channel, but these are raw pickled okra that I did. And I love these in my salad. This is kind of something new that I've been trying, but I basically made these pickled okra, and within 2 days they were ready to eat. So if you just give me a minute, I'm going to chop some of this up. And guys, I use apple cider vinegar in my when I'm pickling. So like I said, I'm going to do a video on it. So I'll share the recipe on there, but it's raw. I'll show you how to make certain you maintain all of the wonderful nutrients in the okra. Okay, so I took this is about 6 okra, so that's probably about a fourth or a half a cup. And I don't chop them too small. I do them about the size of I guess a fried okra. And guys, listen, I also include my caps. I don't throw my caps away. When I pickle them, I eat the caps and all. So don't think I'm not being sanitary. These have been washed and pickled, so everything is good. But we throw a lot of the fruit away that is really good and healthy for you. The skins. I even will when I juice, I leave my seeds in my fruit, because you know there's so many ways to get your nutrients. Okay, now I'm saving my protein sources for last because I want to talk a little bit more about this. But guys, if you saw my last live, you saw me do my angel rooms. Okay, and in my Asian rooms, I I just said it again. I marinated my mushrooms in this brine, okay? And so you'll have to go back and watch that video. But if you like a meaty substance in your salad, guys, these mushrooms that have been sauteed, they're simply delicious, and they give you that meaty effect. And mushrooms do help you, I guess, get full a little more. So this salad is not just focusing on protein content. It's also addressing all of your other needs, the nutrient dense type food, as well as foods that are going to help you stay nice and full. Okay. So guys, now if you have questions, please save it to the end, because what I'm going to do after I put everything together, I'm going to come to the screen. I'm going to also tell you all of the items, protein content that are in the salad and in the dressing. So we're going to calculate and see how much protein is in the salads, okay, and in the dressing. So guys, I'm using probably about a whole cup of mushrooms. Let me see. This is half a cup. And that was a heaping half a cup. So yeah, so this is about 2 cups of mushrooms. And these have been marinating for a few days. These are the same mushrooms that I did in my last cooking demo. So there we go with that. Now let's talk about the protein that I'm using. All veggies have protein, okay, which I'm going to go over that in a little bit. But mung beans, sprouts. Now in this diet, I can't have beans, but I can have sprouts. So this is a cup of mung beans. So this is going to give us a little more protein than our other veggies, okay? And then this is our sunflower seeds. Now, this is my top protein in the salad. And these are raw sesame seed, guys. So this is 1 cup. Okay. So those are our protein sources. So now what I'm going to do, I like to put a little ground pepper. Okay. A little ground salt. Not a lot. I like to use more pepper than salt. Okay. And then we're going to take a juice of a lemon. And we're going to get as much of that out as we can. And now we're going to toss it. I want y'all to see it before I get it fully tossed. This is our salad. Since I'm finished chopping, let me get this out the way here. Okay. Okay, so we're going to toss it real good. We're going to get the lemon mixed in. Oh, I know what I forgot, but I'm going to do this at the end, like when we get ready to eat. I like to put a little bit of garlic, guys, but we got some garlic from the Asian place. Y'all, it's the hottest garlic I've ever had in my life. And I can eat garlic just plain, you know, with an olive, or I can just eat it plain. But these garlic, they will set you on fire. So, but I forgot, I did cut up a little parsley, guys, a little parsley, so that I could just add to the flavor a little bit. Parsley is usually used in Mediterranean type food, but it does give it a really, really nice extra punch. So guys, I'm going to bring the salad over there, and I'm just making certain that the whole entire, everything in the salad is coated with the lemon juice. And I'm gonna bring it over there so you can see it's glistening. It's not dry looking. Okay. And guys, I want you to please bear with me as my channel grows. I have to figure out ways when I'm doing a live to get close-up shots so you can see. And if you have any suggestions, guys, I'm totally open, okay? So I think you can see it, but if not, let me come just a little closer. Okay, guys, so this is, let me see if I can get a little more light up close. Okay. This is the salad, okay? And I hope you can see it glistening, okay? Y'all, this is a lot of goodness with a nice amount of protein, okay? So we're gonna sit this to the side, and I'm gonna do a quick dressing, okay? Okay, so we're gonna cover this up. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this sauce, guys. So because I'm on this special diet, I cannot have processed foods at all. So I have to make everything, including my dressing, okay? So, and there's so many things that I can't have. I can't have oil. I can't have, I can have some things in a can, but nothing like canned food. Coconut aminos, apple cider vinegar. I can have raw agave. I can have sun-dried tomatoes. I can have, but it's a lot of things that I can't have. So I truly have to make everything. So this is a coconut-based recipe. So guys, I have my coconut here because this is what you are going to need to buy to get your coconut. This is called a green young coconut. You can get it at any Asian store. You can get it at Whole Foods and places like that, but you're going to pay a premium at those places. The Asian food place is typically very, very cheap. I think I got this for $2.50. Okay. So I have in my store this instrument that you can use that makes it easier to crack it. And if you go to the store, you'll see it. You're welcome to purchase that. It'll help support the channel, and it will be very much appreciated. Okay. So this is what the coconut flesh looks like. It's very rubbery. That's why you want to make certain you get the young coconut, okay? You don't want the mature coconut. It's not going to give you the creaminess that you want, okay? So I started with 1 cup of plant milk. I just made this AM. I used my plant milk. I used um, this type of coconut, the young coconut. But y'all, I was using not apricot, figs to sweeten my my milk. But I found out that based on the diet that I have, I needed to keep my glycemic level 45 or lower. So I couldn't use dates anymore. So I use apples to sweeten it. And it's actually good. I like it better with the dates, but it's really good. So I used apples to sweeten my coconut milk. So there's a little bit of sweetness in here, so there's no need to add any other sweetener. So I'm starting with a cup of coconut milk and 1 cup of coconut jelly flesh, okay? After that, we're just going to start adding our ingredients, y'all. I use, this is a fresh dill, okay, organic fresh dill. And I even use the stems. I don't just use the flowering parts or, you know, the foliage. I also use the stems. I just throw that in there completely. And this is parsley. I throw me some parsley in here. And you don't, I don't know what that was. Okay, but anyway, you don't want to use too much green because your dressing will look a little green. So if that doesn't bother you, you're okay. So I put the parsley in there. And guys, again, these are the chives that I grew. I don't think I'm going to put all of it. I'm going to put about that much in there, okay? And then I have a clove of garlic. Now, usually I use more garlic, but guys, this garlic is so strong. I only can take 1, okay? But usually I use 2 or 3. Okay, so we put that in there. Now, guys, if you want to learn how to use less salt, coconut aminos will help you out a lot. This is one of the items that I can use that's in a jar, okay? And you just want to use a little bit of it. Some people use it in place of soy sauce and things of that nature, but it naturally has a little bit of saltiness, and it's not too salty. So some people X salt altogether and use coconut aminos. I use coconut aminos with a pinch of salt, okay? So we put the coconut aminos in there, and I use 2 tops full of vinegar, apple cider vinegar. Now, if you use a weaker vinegar, you can go in with a little more vinegar, but apple cider vinegar is pretty strong, okay? So now we're going to use chia seeds, okay? This is a high protein chia seeds. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of this. And guys, you can actually put it in last to make it look like a poppy seed dressing, but I forgot to do that. So I might just put a few in there at the end so it'll look like poppy seed. Okay, and then we're using pumpkin seeds. Now I use about 3 tablespoons of pumpkin seed. And like I said, the protein sources here are pumpkin seed and chia seed, but I'm going to explain to you after I get everything mixed, I guess the value for the protein content and how much protein is in all of this that I'm preparing. Okay, so now we got all of the main ingredients in. So we're going to use a little onion powder, a little garlic powder, a little pepper, and just a tad bit of sea salt, guys. Just a tad bit of sea salt. Okay. You can always add, but you can't take away, okay? So, and finally, before we mix it, a juice of a lemon. So I'm using a half. I may have to grab another lemon. I will know once I taste it, okay? So guys, what I do, I put my milk off to the side because based on the consistency, I may have to add a little more milk. So this is going to be loud. So bear with me. Now, guys, this is a Vitamix. I have videos where I did raw soup using the Vitamix. It has a heating element, and I can heat my soup up to 115 without going over, and it's still considered raw. So, but this is one of the things that you really is going to make your life a lot easier if you're in this type of lifestyle. And if you don't have one and you are in need of one, visit my store, guys, okay? So we're getting ready to blend this, and then we're going to test the consistency. And if the consistency is right, we're going to taste it, and then we'll know if we're ready for our dressing, okay? Here we go. Okay, here's the consistency. I'm gonna let you see it. It's a little too thick. It's kind of jelly-like, a little too thick. So I'm going to put just a little more coconut milk in it to thin it out a little bit. And then I'm gonna taste it afterwards, because you know, if you put a little more milk in it and thin it out, it's going to change the taste. So I want to do my final taste. Oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot my smoked paprika. Guys, I like a smokiness, so I have to add my smoked paprika. Okay, it's still a little too thick for me. And let me add my smoked paprika because I didn't do that. I'm going to use about a teaspoon of paprika, and it's going to make it a little pinkish or reddish, but that's okay. I'm going for flavor. Okay, guys, so this is the consistency that I want. Let me taste it. It's really good. Needs just a little more salt. Just a tad bit of salt. And guys, I'm going to use just a tad more milk, just a tad bit. Okay. Okay, guys, so this is it. I'm pleased with this. Let me taste it. Amazing. That's amazing. Okay. So guys, it's this simple. Here's the dressing. As you can see, the consistency. Very healthy, high protein. And this is probably about 30 ounces, I think. Yes, I think it's close to about 30 ounces. And this will last you a bit. I use this when I want a vegetable tray. I'll cut up veggies, broccoli, carrots, those types of items. And I will dip them, and it's absolutely delicious. So we have the salad dressing. And the salad, I'm not going to eat it on camera, but real quick, I'm going to come closer to you. Or no, I'm sorry, I just dropped my notes, but I'm going to go over the protein content of each one. And then I'm going to come see if there's any questions or comments. So the dressing, the coconut flesh, 1 cup yield 3 grams of protein. The coconut milk for 1 cup yields 5 grams of protein. I don't know how that works, but it said 1 cup of coconut milk yields 5 grams of protein. So we actually use 2 cups, about 2 cups. And then also in the dressing, we did 3 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds. That yield a whopping 9 grams. And then we did 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. So that actually yielded 5 grams. So 23 plus 5 is 28. 28 grams of protein in this dressing, okay? So that's a pretty nice amount of protein, okay? So now the salad, I said 28. Let me see if I have a pen because I want to calculate it at the end. Okay, the salad, the Asian spinach, we used 1 cup. It was 1 grams. And then the lettuce was also, it's actually 2 grams because I used 2 cups. No, it was one gram because I used 2 cups. The tomatoes, I used 1 cup, so it was 2 grams. Onions was 1/4 of a cup. That was 1/2 of a gram. The green onions, I used 1/4 of a cup. It was 1/2 of a gram of protein. The alfalfa sprouts was 1/2 a cup. And I used, that was 1 gram of protein. The mung bean sprouts I used 1/4 of a cup. So it was 2 grams of protein. The sunflower seeds, I used a whole cup. So that was 16 grams of protein. The okra, I used about 1/4 of a cup. It was 1/2 of a gram of protein. The mushrooms, I used really 2 cups, but I put here only 1 cup. So 1 cup was 1 gram, but I used 2 cups, so that's 2 grams. So I have here 26.5, okay? So 26.5 plus 28 grams. Let's see. That is 54.5 grams of protein for this meal, okay? Now, I know I'm not going to eat this whole salad by myself, but if you are concerned about, your protein, I'd say you can add so many more things to the salad. You can add pumpkin seed, which will give you even extra protein. You can also add hemp seed, very, very, very high in protein. So guys, I thank you for sitting with me through this portion. I'm going to come real quick and see if I have any questions. And if not, I think we're done. I'm not going to taste test it on this live, but at least you got the information, and I'm coming right on over. Okay. I don't see any. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, it looks very tasty. Kevin Mack Official. Love this from Micah Marie X. And I think that's all the comments. I don't see any questions in the live. So guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for spending your time with me. And if you have any suggestions on how to make me better, or just make the live more entertaining and more informative, please leave it in the comment section below. And also, again, if you want to support your girl, please visit my store And until next time, guys, shalom and happy eating.